Hotpot may be a staple of Singaporean cuisine year-round, but there's something about entering winter that makes locals in the Little Red Dot particularly hungry for it, even though the temperatures in this season aren't really all that different from other months. Here, like many other spots around the world, people want to mark the festive season with a steaming soup filled with comforting flavours that evoke the experience you might have in much colder climes. Singapore-based reporter Adam Hancock takes us on a tour of the city to learn more about the cultural importance of the dish and get a taste for himself.
Christmas in Singapore is a unique experience, especially for someone like me who grew up in the UK. It might be December, but it's over 30 degrees now and the humidity is around 70%. I'm standing in the city's financial district looking at a Christmas tree as the midday sun beats down. The last thing I want right now is a steaming bowl of hot soup. But believe it or not, that is a dish that a lot of Singaporeans will be looking forward to at this time of year. The festive season is in full swing here, with Christmas closely followed by Chinese New Year. And that means that the city's many hotpot restaurants will be doing a roaring trade. To find out more about this simmering broth of goodness, I spoke to Singaporean cookbook author Pamelia Cheer. So Pamelia, what exactly is Hotpot?
So it's basically a central cooking pot set over either an induction stove or, sometimes we have the charcoal steamboats that are powered by charcoal pieces in a central tube. And then people would start putting meat or vegetables, tofu or noodles into the soup that is boiling inside the hot pot. I think a lot of people all around the world refer to it as hot pot, but in Singapore we have a very unique term to describe it. We call it steamboat.
And presumably there are many different flavours of hot pot available, right?
Yeah, so I think the kind of hot pot that I grew up with is very different from the kinds of soup flavors that are available now. In the past, when I grew up, it was a very classic chicken broth, or it would be like a fish stock-based kind of broth. These days, I think it's more common to find either the Sichuan style, which is the kind with a layer of chili oil over the top, or you would find something that is more Japanese inspired, like the collagen broths.
The origins of hot pot are hotly disputed. Some trace its roots back to Mongolian horsemen. Legend has it that they filled their overturned helmets with broth and huddled around the fire to eat. But then there are parts of China that lay claim to the invention of the humble hot pot too. Wherever it came from, one thing is clear. It's been around for a very long time. This centuries-old dish may not have originated here in Singapore, but it has been well and truly embraced by the locals. Hot pot restaurants have sprung up all over the city-state, from the hugely popular Hai Di Lao to smaller family-run businesses. There are even restaurants that cater to the many different styles of hot pot, such as Korean and Thai. I've been to one of them, a popular Japanese hot pot chain in the heart of the city. So I've come to the Shabusai Hot Pot restaurant on Orchard Road, and I'm joined by Petra Leong, who is a Singaporean and a very big fan of hot pot, and she has kindly joined me for lunch today. We've gone for two different types of soup. Can you talk us through which soup you've gone for? I know they're two of your favourites, right?
Yes. So the one I love best is the collagen-based soup, because I believe that beauty comes from within, and I love food to taste good and also makes my skin glow. As for the other soup is tonkatsu soup. It's bone broth, and it takes 8 hours to boil, and again it's very nourishing for the body.
You want all the meat? I give you two, like 2 belly, 2 collar, chicken and beef. Is it okay for you?
That's great to me. That sounds perfect.
Okay, then I give you.
Now that the soup are boiling, let's go over there to the buffet table to choose our dipping sauces.
Sounds good to me. So we've walked across now to what I would describe as, it's a little bit like a hotel breakfast buffet bar in the morning, but it's instead for dipping sauces and for vegetables as well, and there's a huge range of things here. So Petra, what are we going to go for? What are you thinking?
Well, my favorite base is the sesame oil, because it gives a richness of flavors and it goes well with all kinds of meat and vegetables. Everyone prepare dipping sauces their own way to their own taste. And that's so amazing. It's like an adventure on its own.
So we've got our bowls full of dipping sauce, which we're going to dip all of our meats and some of this veg in. There's a whole selection here. What are you thinking today, Petra?
I love everything, you know. We have all the vegetables, so many selections from spinach, lettuce, the leeks, different kinds of mushroom, enoki mushroom, portobello mushroom, carrots, turnip, tomatoes, and 3 types of noodles. I've just added the beef slices into the collagen-based soup. It takes around 5 minutes to cook. I also added vegetables to add more flavors to the soup, and which eventually I will drink.
What is it about Hotpot that you like so much?
It's not just a meal, you know, it is a communal, it's a sharing, it's fun, it's exciting, you know, get to cook your own food. And sitting at this table, you know, with the food boiling, you can smell the aroma, adds to the whole experience.
I understand you're a member of Hai Di Lao. Why do you like it there so much, and how often do you go for Hotpot? And be honest with me.
Well, I go there once a week, at least once a week. You know, if you order the noodles, somebody will dance with the noodles at your table. I find the whole experience is not just for the taste, but it's also the sight, the sound.
And it's not just the dancing. Singaporean food writer Pamelia Cheer says one of the benefits of Hotpot is it allows plenty of people to get round the table, particularly handy at this time of year.
You are able to seat many people at the same table, maybe up to 8 to 10 people. So that's really very conducive for spending time with friends. And I've also noticed that a lot of my friends enjoy preparing steamboat when they have friends over, because it kind of takes the pressure off the host to prepare a lot of food. For example, if you didn't do a steamboat, you would be cooking 3 to 5 dishes. But with steamboat, all you have to prepare is a good broth. And then everything else on the table is raw for your diners to add to the hot pot.
We've just finished Hot Pot. I am very full. That was a lot of food in one go. Also a lot of steam coming up off the dish throughout the meals. How would you rate that, Petra? You're a Hot Pot connoisseur. What would you say that one was like?
I thoroughly enjoy the experience. I love the flavors we have chosen. The collagen and the tonkatsu. It's very rich. I love it.
Right. And a lot of people, I think, would be quite curious. You know, Singapore is well known for being a very hot country, close to the equator. The idea of going to a restaurant and huddling together over a bowl of boiling broth does seem a little strange. Why do you think Singaporeans love it so much?
We like having hot food, especially hot soup or even hot water, because we do not like to have a shock to our system. We want our body temperature to be the same when we're digesting the food.
As Singaporeans wind down for the festive season, the steamboat stoves will be firing up for those holiday gatherings. And after my terrific lunch at Shabu Shai, maybe this year I'll be turning down the turkey for a hearty bowl of hot pot. For Monocle Radio in Singapore, I'm Adam Hancock.
Thanks, Adam. This is the menu.